Have you ever had the experience where you hear a song at just the right time, or you have a dream that gives you the exact answer you need, or you see something out in the world that confirms what you were just thinking about? The universe is always speaking to us. It speaks through imagery, speaks through symbology, and when we open up to receive those signs, they'll help us get on our most aligned path. Welcome to Living in the Miracle Zone. This is the place to be if you want to live in the flow of synchronicities and miracles in your daily life. I'm your host, Marcy Shimoff, and I'm a #1 New York Times bestselling author, featured teacher in The Secret, and the creator of the worldwide program, Your Year of Miracles. And I have spent my life studying happiness and studying miracles, and it is my heartfelt intention that we have a fabulous time together. So welcome to the Miracle Zone. And in today's episode, we're talking about opening up to signs from the universe. And I'm going to walk you through a meditation to help you open to some signs. Now, signs can really give us a clear direction about what our next steps could be. They give us confirmation about maybe an idea that we have, or they can just let us know that we are on the right path. And I want to clarify something here. When we talk about opening up to signs from the universe, I'm not talking about asking for signs from some great being in the sky outside of you. This is actually about connecting to your higher wisdom, to that soul-connected part of you that is a part and one with all things. And when we pay attention to and when we follow these signs that show up for us, we can get more in the miracle zone and more aligned with what our souls came here to do. And I first started playing with this idea of looking for signs back in, I think it was 1985. I was living in LA at the time, and I was a speaker, and I was already starting to speak, and I wanted to focus in the area of self-esteem. So one day as I was driving to work, I posed this question to the universe. Should I study self-esteem? I was just wondering out loud if this is the right direction for me. And just as I'm thinking that, I pulled onto the busiest freeway in Los Angeles, which is the intersection of the 405 and the 101 freeways. And there were thousands of cars everywhere, and I was surrounded in traffic. And what's the likelihood of this? But I pulled right behind a car that had a license plate that said the word esteem on it. I mean, really, how many license plates are there that say the word esteem on it? And for me to pull onto the freeway right then when I'm asking, should I teach self-esteem? I think that was a sign. And that sign really gave me confirmation to pursue the path that I felt in my heart that I wanted to follow. I just needed that extra little boost from universal guidance. So I did follow that path, and I ended up studying under Jack Canfield, who was the creator, not then, but he later became the creator of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. He was teaching self-esteem at the time, and it was through that series of events that I actually went on to fulfill my bigger dream of becoming a worldwide speaker. And being mentored by Jack Canfield actually led me to pitching him the idea of the Chicken Soup for the Woman's Soul books, and then becoming a #1 New York Times bestselling author of those books. And boy, am I glad that I paid attention to that sign. Now, I didn't do anything special to receive the sign. I was just sitting with my question, and I was on the lookout for signs. So that's one way that you can open up to signs. Just ask a question and then pay attention. Be on the lookout for them in all forms. It could be a song on the radio. It could be a number on the clock. It could be a bluebird flying past you, or it could be a license plate that's right in front of you. And for many years, I worked on the Chicken Soup for the Woman's Soul books, and I've read thousands of stories about people getting signs from the universe. In particular, people often receive signs from loved ones who've passed over. And I have my own story about that. I'd read so many stories from people about how they got a sign from a loved one. And so about a week after my beloved father passed away, he was 91, I said to my husband, Sergio, I said, I'd really love to get a sign from my dad that he's doing well, that all is well. And, I thought that my dad would have communicated with me right away or sent me some kind of message, and I hadn't gotten it yet. It had been a week. So that night, right before I went to sleep, I said, Sergio, my dad's been gone for a week and he hasn't sent a sign yet. And Sergio said, Marcy, it's only a week. Be patient. And so we went to sleep. And in the middle of the night, an alarm went off in the house. And we both woke up completely startled. And when I looked at the clock, it said 3:33 in the morning. Exactly. And 333 was Sergio and my special number. We thought it was a cosmic number and we'd find it in all kinds of places. But here it was, 333 on the alarm. And so we got up and we started finding where the source of the alarm was. We looked in our bedroom. It wasn't coming from our cell phones. It wasn't coming from a clock in there. And we went through every room in the house and we couldn't find the source of the alarm until we finally got to the front entryway. And in the front entryway, we had set up a little picture of my dad, a little tribute to him with some flowers there. And I went over to my dad's picture and I said, oh, Dad, I think you're sending me a sign. And as soon as I said that, the alarm stopped completely. Whoa. So we went back to bed and I said to Sergio, oh, that was so cool, but I'd love another sign. And Sergio said, oh my God, wasn't that enough for you? And so anyway, we went back to sleep. And 20 minutes later, the alarm went off again. And this time we didn't have to go through all the rooms in the house. We went directly down to my dad's picture. And I said, Dad, I got it. That was you. And again, the alarm stopped. And at that point, we were totally flipped out by this, do. Well, the next day, we had a contractor who was working on something completely unrelated in the house. And we asked him if he would come check out our alarm system. And after we told him where in the house the alarm was, he went in and checked it out. And he came, we told him the story of what had happened the night before. And he said, Marcy, this is completely impossible. There's not even any electricity going to your alarm system. There is no way that this alarm can go off. Pretty cool, huh? So even our loved ones from beyond are wanting to give us signs. We just have to be open to signs. So how do you do it? Well, a great time to ask for a sign is before you go to sleep. And just make sure you've got a pen and a piece of paper by your bed so you can write down anything that might come up in the middle of the night, or you might get woken up in the middle of the night by some kind of alarm like I did. So I want to right now, I'm going to walk you through a little process, and I want you to think about a question that you might have. It could be a question about purpose in life, or a question about a relationship, or a question about some decision that you're needing to make in your life. And I'd like you to just take a moment to clarify what is it that you'd like some answers for, that you'd like a sign about that might help you with some answers. Great. So now I'm going to take you through a short meditation to help you connect into your higher self, the soul, and open up to signs. And if you're driving while you're listening to this, you may want to come back to this meditation once you're home and you're able to fully relax and let go. So let's just take a moment and close our eyes and make sure that you're comfortable. And take some nice deep breaths, breathing in through your heart. You can breathe all the way down to your belly, but breathe in through your heart and down to your belly. And then release out through your heart, exhaling out through your heart. And as you do this heart-focused breathing, doing it at your own pace, just allow yourself to feel your body settling down in the chair where you are right now. And I invite you to put your attention high above you on the big, brilliant, beautiful sun. And we're going to connect in with the sun and with the light of the sun. And feel that beautiful, brilliant, bright, warm light, that sunlight just pouring down from above you and entering in through the top of your head, through the crown chakra. And feel it lighting up your crown, the top of your head. And now feel it flowing down to the center of your head, feeling your whole head filled with this light and this warmth. Now imagine that it's as though there's a pillar of light that's descending from high above you. And imagine it now moving down, this beautiful pillar of white light moving down through your throat and down through your shoulders, down through your arms. Imagine it going down through your chest and your upper back and your abdomen and your mid-back and down through your belly and lower back, down through your hips, through your thighs, through your calves. And this pillar of light is pouring all the way down through you now, down through your feet into the earth. And as you feel this light illuminating you, expanding you, relaxing you, just notice how you feel. This is the light of peace, the light of love, the light of guidance. And let it light you up from the inside. And you can feel your body, your mind, your heart, all coming into this state of love and peace. And in this state, you feel your higher self, that part of you that is completely one with the divine intelligence of the whole universe. And take a moment to greet your higher self. And remember the question that you'd like an answer to. And now ask your higher self, what message do you have for me about this question? And I'll give you a moment to just listen to whatever comes to you. Wonderful. And now your higher self gives you a gift. Ask your higher self to just give you a gift or send you a sign. And be open to whatever they offer you. Imagine putting out your hands and receiving this gift. And take it into your heart. And just rest in this feeling for a moment. And take a deep breath and give gratitude for this time to connect in with your higher self. Trust that you've been given a message and a gift that is just right for you. Take a nice deep breath. Feel the gratitude. And in the next breath, you can stretch. You can wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll your shoulders. And when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes. So, the message that you got and the gift that you got is a sign. So give yourself a chance to let the meaning of these signs unfold for you. And enjoy this process of opening up to signs. Over the next days, be open, see what comes your way. And it is my greatest hope for you that you receive some beautiful confirmation of your soul's path. And thank you for joining me. I thank you for listening today. I hope you're feeling inspired and uplifted and more in the miracle zone after our time together. And if you enjoyed this episode, we so appreciate your 5-star ratings and your reviews. And please share the Miracle Zone love with your friends and family. Now, if you are ready to live more in the Miracle Zone, you can start by taking our free 2-minute quiz to find out what your miracle superpower is. So just go to miraclequiz.com. And remember, your life of miracles is waiting for you. It is your birthright. And simply by listening to this podcast, you are taking a step forward into the Miracle Zone.